Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Jose Macias, and we're gonna continue talking about my story, my kidney failure, my road to a transplant. But today I'm gonna discuss with you guys what my actual diagnosis is. So I got diagnosed with end-stage renal disease. That is the technical medical term for what I have. Which that means is that my kidneys do not function at all. My kidneys have zero function into what they're supposed to do to keep you alive. So basically, your kidneys are supposed to work at all times, 24/7. So mine do not do that. Mine do not work. So your kidneys are like little filters. They look like beans. They are basically shaped like a little bean, and they're like under like your rib cage. And they they filter out excess waste, excess minerals and nutrients that go into your body from food intake and liquid intake. And mine don't do that. And mine, when I got diagnosed a few years ago, it was 4%, which was basically nothing. My kidneys just were there. So that's why I was labeled as end stage, because there was no saving my kidneys. There was no solution for what I had. And that is one of the things I do regret about going taking so long to go to the doctor to find out what was actually wrong with me. Because had I gone sooner, maybe they would have been able to somewhat save some part of it, or kept me from being at end stage renal disease for longer. But they didn't, and well, I didn't. And yeah, so how did it happen, do you ask? How did my kidneys fail? How did I get here? Well, I don't know. Neither do my doctors. The only solution that they have and that they come up with is that my kidneys never grew. So like I said, our kidneys look like beans, and I will post a little picture up here or up here, whatever, showing you guys what the kidneys or regular healthy kidneys look like. And for me, they look like raisins. So my kidneys have shriveled up. My kidneys have no function. So my body has recognized that my kidneys don't work, so they're slowly shrinking. They're not going to go away, they're not going to disappear, but they have gotten much significantly smaller than what they're supposed to be, because they don't serve a purpose in my body anymore. And again, so I wish I had gone sooner. Maybe they could have figured out what was wrong with my kidneys, but they couldn't. Again, it's like the chicken and the egg situation, because when I went, sorry, one side note, our kidneys are also in charge of regulating blood pressure, and that's also one of their main purposes and functions. So for me, when I first got diagnosed, it was hypertension was the diagnosis. I had really had a high blood pressure, which was a sign already that my kidneys were failing or were damaged. So they, in order to figure out what was wrong with my kidneys, they had to figure out if the blood pressure damaged my kidneys or if the kidneys created my blood pressure. And since I took so long to go to the doctor, and by the time that I did get diagnosed, I was already at end stage, they couldn't figure out what came first or what caused what, because my kidneys were already so damaged and so small. And there was so much scarring on my kidneys already from the damage that they couldn't figure out what was wrong. So that is something that it does sometimes upset me, and I wish I could go back in time and find out and not take so long to go to the doctor. But yeah, so my diagnosis at the end of the day was that my kidneys just never grew. So I was going to get sick eventually in my lifetime. It was going to happen to me regardless. So it just happened to happen now when I'm young. So which is kind of a blessing, because it avoids me doing this when I'm older, and when maybe I have other illnesses or other issues, and it makes having kidney disease much more painful, and stressful and hard on your body. So that's one of the bright sides, and I guess if there's a bright side, that's what I choose to look at it that way. But that brings us to a lot of misunderstandings, or that come with the lack of education or understanding when it comes to kidney disease, which a lot of people ask me or assume that, oh, did you get your kidney disease from drinking or from partying too much or from X, Y, and Z. Just to make it clear, in my situation, kidney disease and kidney failure comes in different forms. And it's different from everybody and for different patients, depending on your age, depending on your situation, depending on how it happened. But for me, just to make one thing clear, it did not happen from drinking. In most patients, it does not happen from drinking. Your kidneys can handle alcohol. It's your liver, the one that cannot handle a lot of drinking. So kidneys usually don't get damaged from drinking, and mine did not happen from drinking. It's just, again, they said my kidneys never grew, which is just the medical diagnosis, but because they don't really have one. But my lifestyle could have fast forwarded or just made things, the illness come sooner. It could have been, maybe drinking or just having a bad diet, not sleeping well, not taking care of myself, just thinking I'm invincible and just not going to the doctor, not getting the checkups that I needed to get, that created that illness. But so yeah, it wasn't from drinking. Mine just never grew. And in other patients, it can be from diabetes, it can be from lupus, it can be for a variety of other things, or just old age, their kidneys just stop functioning, or genetics, or just a variety of reasons. But mine just that. What do our kidneys really do? Why are they so important? Why am I in this situation? Well, like I said at the beginning of the video, our kidneys are like filters, and they filter excess. Anything that you eat and drink is full of nutrients. Fruits, vegetables, meats, water, juice, anything that you drink has nutrients that your body needs, and that your body loves, and that you need to live, and to be strong, and to grow up, and to do all the activities you do in your regular day. Your kidneys see what's extra and what is not needed, and what can be harmful for your body for having way too much levels of it. Your kidneys are regulators. They see when there's too much and they throw it out. They turn it into urine in order for you to pee. So your kidneys, in my case, don't do that. My kidneys don't do that, and that's why I have to do dialysis. Dialysis just replaces the kidney's function. So a machine does what my body is supposed to do naturally. Just to also again make it clear, I do still make urine, and I still pee, not as much and not as often, because my kidneys obviously don't work, but there's still some function to them, which I am thankful for, because I'm able to still make urine, and my body still helps me a little bit. So they're just like little filters, and they're full of like little filters or little holes that are there 24/7. So your kidneys work consistently throughout the day. The moment you wake up, the moment you go to sleep, every single day, 24/7, they are functioning to make sure that they know that you don't have harmful levels of minerals and nutrients in your body. Also, with that comes the renal diet. So I do have very restrictive diet rules and directions given to me by a dietitian, and this renal diet, so I have to control the amount of liquids I intake a day, which is 32 ounces a day. I have to also see what I drink and what I eat. So my diet is usually high protein diet, so as long as I'm eating lots of proteins, but I also have to watch how, in what ways those proteins come into my body. So in later videos, I will be showing you guys a little show and tell of what I can and cannot eat, and why I cannot eat those things. So, but I do have a very strict diet, and and also not just eating wise, but also drinking wise. So again, so there's no cure for kidney disease. There is no solution. There is no, oh, if I do this treatment, the kidneys will grow back or they will regenerate. My kidneys are not going to regenerate. My kidneys are not going to get better. My kidneys are failed for the rest of my life. The only solutions, which is one, dialysis. So I can do dialysis for the rest of my life and live a semi-decent normal life, or I can get a transplant, which I'm doing both. So right now I am getting dialysis again 3 times a week for 3.5 hours every time. I'm also in the process of getting a transplant. So that I'll be talking about in later videos, but basically is you do the whole process, you go to a hospital, they evaluate you, they check and make sure that you're healthy and that you're a viable candidate for a transplant, and that you will receive a good kidney and take care of it, and that you will live a better life with a kidney, and that transplanting you won't damage you more. So that is one of the things that I don't think a lot of people know about, is that there is no cure for kidney disease. The dialysis is it's good, I guess. It's not something I want to do for the rest of my life, but it keeps me alive. It keeps me healthy, and it gives me some sort of form of decent normal life. It's not, dialysis is hard on the body and it's rough. I'll be showing you guys, and also again in another video, how that works and how it all comes together and what part of it has into my body. But it's rough. So hopefully we're praying and we're doing whatever it takes and to make sure I get a transplant, and I get even though again a transplant is also not a cure, because you are putting a foreign object from someone else's into your body. So your body might reject it, maybe not as soon after you get it. It could be soon after you get it, or maybe in 5 years or in a year. So you never know. So I will always have to be taking medication in order to make sure that my body does not reject the kidneys. So having kidney disease is rough. Mentally, emotionally, physically, there's a lot going on, a lot of moving parts, a lot of things that you have to watch yourself, you have to take care of yourself in order to not make things worse and to not damage yourself any further. And you have to always watch what you're eating, what you're drinking, what you're doing, and make sure you go to dialysis, don't miss your treatments, and hard illness to have, and I don't ever wish anyone to have it. But yeah, so I hope you guys like this video and you guys learned a little bit more and understand what kidney disease is and how it affects someone's body. Thank you guys for coming, and I appreciate it. If you guys have any questions, and if you guys don't understand or are confused about any things, let me know in the comments below, and I'll make sure to clarify or to explain a little bit further, or if you guys just anything that you guys didn't understand. But make sure to give me a comment, a like, a subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video, and hope you guys are enjoying this. Thank you guys very much. Bye-bye.